What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and it appears that live events and tons of stuff relating to Fortnite that you may be excited for are actually on the back burner as content that isn't as important for Epic Games to focus on right now, while they actually move people from development teams over to different areas to work on other projects for Fortnite and other just Epic Games internal stuff. And with that said, in today's YouTube video, we'll be talking about all of that leaked information that came out a little bit earlier today. So as a little bit of a recap, Epic Games has, an internal employee Slack, email, all that type of stuff, and this is stuff that we don't have access to because, we don't work at Epic Games, and even if some people think that I get paid by Epic Games to not leak certain things, which isn't true, I don't have access to that type of information, right? But earlier today, it was brought to our attention that someone named Jacob Wolf over on Twitter had actually managed to get a hold of an internal Epic Games employee email from March, which mentions their current priorities and mentions why employees are being shifted to other areas and that type of stuff, and with it was no mention of live events. Instead, their mentionings of what is going on with Fortnite and, just in their internal stuff in general, and what they're going to be focusing on is LEGO X Fortnite, which has been a collaboration that we've talked about on this channel, and we've actually leaked a little bit of, going all the way back to early January of this year, so that's been something that's, been in the works for 5+ months, even longer, for just, a long time now, and that is one of their current priorities that they want to get through and get established and everything for the game. And there's a little bit of a recap for the whole entire LEGO X Fortnite thing. They're trying to do something regarding, being able to build your own LEGO structures and stuff in UEFN with an entire brick gallery being planned and stuff like that, right? Now, in terms of will we get a LEGO island or something in Fortnite with challenges or something, that is currently unknown, but it could be a possibility considering how long this collaboration has been worked on and how it's probably one of the collaborations that have been worked on for the longest amount of times now, at least that we're publicly aware of. Other focuses that they have is Fortnite Chapter 5, UEFN, which of course, makes sense. Of course, they want to make sure the next chapter is hyped. They want to make sure UEFN is as solid as it can be because that is the future of this game if they're trying to compete with places like Roblox. But also in the miscellaneous area, we get into some areas where these might actually be related to Fortnite, even though they don't sound like a Fortnite thing. Firstly, we have Harmonix Festival. Now, Harmonix is a company that got acquired by Epic Games, and if you don't know what Harmonix does, I'm going to go ahead and look it up here for you guys so that you know what's going on so I don't butcher anything. But they've worked on some things such as Rock Band, if you ever remember that. They've worked on Fuser, they've worked on Dance Central, Drop Mix, Sing Space, a lot of these things that are all in the Rock Band area, right? A lot of stuff relating to music and everything like that, and one of their focuses right now is for a Harmonix Festival, and as we know, Harmonix is going to be doing something with Fortnite in order to kind of, evolve how Fortnite is over time, so I could see a Harmonix Festival, and this was kind of information brought up by Sheena as a possibility, being this type of upcoming event for Fortnite, because they do musical events every so often. I mean, we just had the Playwave event, so it would be interesting to see how they pull off a Harmonix Festival in Fortnite, probably with some free rewards like a spray or something, but that is one of their high priority focuses right now, even higher than stuff like a live event. And then finally is Rocket League Racing. Now, this is supposed to be a whole entire racing thing for Rocket League, and as you guys know, Rocket League is more of a battle type of combat type game, where it's kind of weird to saying that because, it's a car soccer, right? That's a better way of saying it. It's literally just car soccer with tons of little modes and stuff like hoops and rumble and all that type of stuff, but they're working on a racing mode for it apparently, and it got me a little suspicious. I haven't seen anyone really talk about this connection, but considering the fact that this email mainly focuses on things that, are Fortnite's priorities, right, for Epic Games, I kind of feel like, this Rocket League racing mode might actually end up being that upcoming racing mode for Fortnite. Now, of course, according to leaks and all that type of stuff, this upcoming racing mode for Fortnite is supposed to be more like Mario Kart themed and everything, with actual boxes and stuff you can open up for power-ups, debuffs, all that type of stuff. But of course, we don't know the true story of what's all going on there, other than the fact that we're going to have stuff like vehicle customization and stuff. So I'm just kind of suspicious if Rocket League Racing is actually going to end up being that Del Mar racing mode that we've leaked previously. Even if it's not, it does still mean that we're getting content for Rocket League in the near future, being this upcoming, mode, of course. And it'll be interesting to see how they implement it no matter what, because if you guys recall to the old entire Apple v Epic situation, there was some leaked court documentations and everything by Epic Games themselves, which mentioned some interesting stuff. And one of the interesting things it mentioned was Rocket League Next, which was Rocket League being ported not only to mobile, and this doesn't mean Sideswipe, right, which is that kind of mobile 2D game or whatever, but they mean normal Rocket League ported over to mobile, as well as the game being moved on over to not UEFN, my bad, but to Unreal Engine 5, and that was something that got leaked at the exact same time as Sideswipe and all this other stuff, including, the scrapped mode for Fortnite Party Royale, which is going to have whole entire basketball mini game and everything. So it was one of those things that got leaked a while ago, ago and was like, we haven't heard anything of it. We heard one part being Sideswipe, but we haven't heard about Rocket League Next and what's going on with that. So maybe this could be one of their ways of pushing Rocket League into the UE 5.0 situation, or 5.2, you know, whatever version of Unreal Engine they end up using. But of course, I'd love to hear in the comments down below, based on all these leaks, how are you feeling about it, right? How do you feel that Epic Games is not really putting as high of a priority on the whole entire live event system, while they're trying to put a high priority on Next Chapter, UEFN, a LEGO collab, and that type of stuff? And with that said, you know, I still think that we're going to be having live events and stuff happening every once in a while in Fortnite. I just hope that, you know, that this whole entire change and then this whole shift in employees working on certain things is something that ends up being good for the player base, right? Now, of course, a lot of changes can shift around and stuff because Epic Games wants to have these projects that end up making them money or whatever it is. You know, they want to, basically every company, especially if it's a live service game, wants to make sure they're profitable and that, you know, they're able to continue earning more and more money over time. So it makes sense to focus on things like UEFN, but it would be interesting to see if these modes that are getting focused on end up releasing in the future, and then we could end up seeing them working on some older modes that we haven't heard much info about in a long time, such as that Saturn mode, which we had like a leaked image of that was kind of like a weird like chibi version of a lot of Fortnite characters and whatnot that looked kind of like a Clash of Clans x Fortnite type of thing. It'd be cool to see if they end up going back to some of those old concepts and trying to make those modes in Fortnite as well in the future, especially since UEFN is officially released and they have a lot more freedom of messing around. But of course, with that said, my name is FireMonkey. Hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and peace out.